Junk science, what you know that may not be so, with John Stossel, continues.
One good thing about science is that in the long run, the truth usually comes out. Now, you'd think it might help that process to bring these arguments to court. Courts, after all, are supposed to find truth. When it comes to science, however, many courts seem happy to embrace junk. Some people are in jail because of it.
I was in prison 26 months. I didn't know whether I'd die in jail, but all I wanted to do was clear my name.
Tony Kecko is an oyster fisherman from Burris, Louisiana. He says junk science ruined his life.
I'm broke, and the system broke me.
His troubles started one hot August night 5 years ago when Tony's estranged wife, Louise, was murdered. Eddie Castang is Kecko's lawyer.
The body was dragged through the master bedroom into this bathroom and dumped right in the tub. Water was turned on and the body was submerged.
Police had 13 suspects. Tony Kecko was one.
There was nothing to connect Mr. Kecko to the crime scene. Fingerprints, blood samples, hair samples, fingernail scrapings.
Kecko's girlfriend said Kecko couldn't have been there.
He was with me from the time I picked him up until the time I took him back to where he was staying the next morning.
503, I have a...
Investigators were stumped for almost a year. Then a new sheriff, under pressure to solve the crime, sought outside help.
I was contacted by the sheriff's office in Jefferson Parish and asked if I could review some autopsy photographs of a deceased female.
Dr. Michael West is a dentist from Mississippi. He says he's also an expert on bite marks. For $900, West offered to teach police departments state-of-the-art crime detection. In his brochure, West says he can turn cases that were once unsolved into police convictions.
All talents, all gifts that I possess are directed straightly from God.
But many scientists call West's police work voodoo. Dr. Richard Souveron is a renowned forensic scientist who helped solve the Ted Bundy serial murders.
They go to him because he is going to be able to give them what they need. They know that if Dr. West comes on a case and says, yep, that's it, bingo, they're going to get a conviction.
Sure enough, when authorities showed Dr. West pictures of Louise Kecko's body, he saw something no one else had seen, a possible bite mark on her left shoulder. So authorities went back to the cemetery and exhumed the body 14 months after Louise Kecko's death. In the morgue, West examined the body with his special blue light. This light can enhance images, but West claims it lets him see things that are invisible to the naked eye. West, seen here demonstrating his technique to the BBC, claimed the light showed him a bite mark. Dr. Souveron, testifying for the defense, disagreed.
It's not even a bite mark. The individual that inflicted the bite would have had to have been standing on his head without this part of his head completely missing, no upper teeth marked. I mean, it is so outrageous that to me, it shocks the conscience.
Dr. West came to court as an expert witness. He not only testified that it was a bite mark, but that Tony Kecko did it.
In this jail, 7 days.
The jury sentenced Kecko to life in prison. But while Dr. West was testifying against Kecko, he was being repudiated by his professional organizations. One suspended him, something they'd never done to a member before. The ethics committee of another voted to expel him. Kecko's jury never heard any of that. Other cases have shown West's identifications to be wrong. He said this Mississippi man, Johnny Bourne, left his teeth marks on a rape victim. Bourne spent a year and a half in jail until real science, a DNA test, proved Bourne couldn't have been the rapist.
Hey, Dr. West.
We repeatedly tried to interview West about all this, but he didn't want to appear in our program.
Hey, we'd like to answer some questions about your expert testimony. Do you mind if we talk to you inside?
Yes, I do. I got a patient.
So far, West's testimony has helped put dozens of people in prison, some for life. At least 2 are on death row.
He's ruined my life. He's playing with people's lives. And a man like that, he has to be stopped.
How about that, huh?
In Kecko's case, there appears at least to be a happy ending. The judge eventually learned that Dr. West had been sanctioned by his scientific peers. So after Kecko spent 2 long years in prison, the judge set him free.
Freedom, freedom, freedom.
But many others West helped convict are still in jail. And Dr. West continues to offer himself as an expert witness.
I know, I'll talk to you later.
Expert witness. What does that mean? It's an impressive title, but how does a jury know if the expert is selling real science or junk? They are selling. Some charge thousands of dollars a day. And there are so many experts. Just look in a lawyer magazine. You'll find pages filled with experts offering testimony on all kinds of things. Because not all these experts are good scientists, not only are some people wrongly imprisoned, but useful products are taken off the market. And billions of dollars change hands based on junk science.